Some of the questions around best practices, like, how do you separate things like credit cards and stuff? If you want to do it all by hand, I guess you don't have to, but it's just so much easier because you've got a couple of things to think about. Your own accounting and record keeping, which you do mostly for others, particularly, tax agencies, right? So you can report what you made and keep it clean. So I very simply have a personal credit card and I have a business credit card, and I have like a Visa through my bank, and I have an American Express, which I mostly use through American Express, and I keep them separate. I keep them separate so that when the bills come in, we see them all. In fact, we pay the American Express bill. We just pay it all from income, but I can easily pull down the two different cards and look at my separate expenses. And so I know if I use this card, that's business. So I use this card, that's for personal. It just makes it really clean and easy. And it's worth the minor fee for an additional credit card, depending upon what you have, to have the separate credit cards. You can even with American Express, quite frankly, I don't have a separate personal and business account. Amex, if you're watching this, don't get cranky. What I do is I have two credit cards, and one has my middle initial and one doesn't. And it's pretty simple, but they come in separate on my statement. I can easily download either one. So all I have to do is be able to keep track of it. I download the one that's my business one with my middle initial, and boom, there I go. At the end of the year, then I have everything ready to go, and it's already categorized by them, so I'm in a good space. So I think that being able to keep those things separate is important. I've gone so far as things like my internet. I want to make sure my internet is good because I'm on camera a lot like this. So I actually have two different internet providers. I have the same provider, but I have two different systems. One runs my house so people can, watch movies or play video games or stream music. And the other one is dedicated to my business, and it's hardwired into my computer so that I get my best signal here and I'm not worrying about Wi-Fi. Is it a little more expensive? Yeah. Is it a lot more expensive? No. But now I don't have to go do math about how big is my house and how much of it can I claim and what's this, because one of the things I have to realize is that governmental regulations do not keep up with the world in reality, right? And so how do you separate out? It's like, they're like, everybody has internet. Why should it be a business expense? But yet I specifically need a certain kind for my business. And you don't want to argue with the tax agency about it because that's a hard place to argue. So you want to make it clear. I'm saying this expense is business. I use it for only business. If you really want to send someone out, they can come out and check. They'll see it sitting there and see it's hardwired, and that's it. So it's separate. So as much as possible, I try and separate my affairs, even though I am working primarily from my home. And, I'm the one I don't have a corporate card from an office. I have to provide my own corporate card, but I do all those things that allow me to keep it separate. It's just the safest and easiest thing to do.